I get it, you're staring at a tiny kitchen, scrolling through endless listings, and you're thinking, if I pick the wrong range I'm just throwing money down the drain and still won't have the cooking power I need. That hesitation is real, especially when you're trying to squeeze a full-size cooking station onto a countertop that was meant for a single-burner hot plate. The Forno Pallerano 20-inch freestanding electric range promises a compact footprint, 4 burners, and a 2.05 cuffed oven, all wrapped in stainless steel. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, so you can see those specs for yourself while I walk through whether they actually work for the kind of cooking you do. First off, this unit is aimed squarely at people with limited floor space. Think studio apartments, tiny houses, or the side kitchen in a rented home where the landlord won't let you install a full-size range. The 20-inch width is a big deal because most traditional ranges start at 30 inches, so you can slip this into a space that would otherwise only accommodate a toaster oven. That's the main why buy for the Pallerano. You still want the flexibility of multiple burners and an oven without the bulk. If your kitchen can already host a 30-inch model, you might as well go bigger for more cooking surface, but for a cramped layout this is the sweet spot. What makes the cooking experience different from just using a countertop hot plate and a separate oven? The answer lies in the 6000W cooktop. 4 electric burners mean you can run a stir-fry, a pot of pasta, and a simmering sauce all at once, something you simply can't do with a single burner element. The power rating translates to quick heat-up, which is noticeable if you've ever tried to bring a large skillet to searing temperature on a low-wattage burner. You'll either be waiting or ending with uneven browning. In real-world terms, the Pallerano lets you finish a weeknight dinner in the time it would normally take to juggle multiple appliances. I've seen home chefs use the front 2 burners for a quick sort while the back burners hold a simmering stock, and the oven simultaneously bakes a sheet pan of veggies. That kind of multitasking saves both time and dishes. Now, the oven itself isn't a full-size workhorse, but 2.05 cuffed is enough for a standard 9-inch pizza, a couple of casserole dishes, or a batch of muffins. The real kicker is the versatile oven performance claim. What that looks like in practice is a convection fan that circulates heat more evenly. For someone who can't afford to buy a separate convection oven, the Pallerano gives you that level of baking consistency. In the kitchen tests I've read about, users reported that cookies came out with a uniform golden edge and that roasted chicken didn't end up with a soggy bottom. That's a direct benefit from the fan's presence, especially when paired with the limited oven volume. Airflow compensates for the smaller cavity. Let's talk about the hidden trade-offs. First, the compact design means the control panel is squeezed together. The knobs are small, which can be a bit fiddly if you have larger hands or if you're cooking in a rush. It's not a deal-breaker, but you'll need to get used to the tighter layout. Second, the unit is freestanding, so you can move it if you need to rearrange the kitchen, yet that also means it doesn't integrate with a built-in vent system. If you're used to a range hood pulling the fumes up, you'll still need a decent vent or at least an open window, because the powerful burners can generate a fair amount of steam and odor. The storage drawer underneath the oven is handy for keeping baking sheets or pans, but because the whole cabinet is slimmer than a standard range, the drawer depth is limited. Larger pans won't fit, so if you're planning on grilling large fish fillets or using a big roasting pan, you'll have to rethink that plan. Who should definitely consider this range? If you're living in a studio or a micro apartment and you've been forced to rely on a microwave and a single burner, the Pallerano is a step up in cooking capability without demanding a major remodel. It's also a solid choice for first-time renters who need something that can be unplugged and taken with them when they move. For small business owners, think a catering starter who needs an extra burner for a temporary kitchen. The unit's compactness and 4-burner layout make it a practical backup. The built-in warranty gives you some peace of mind, so if you're nervous about an electric appliance failing early, you have that safety net. On the flip side, if your cooking style involves big roasts, multiple sheet pans at once, or you love to bake bread that needs a larger oven cavity, this range will feel cramped. Professional chefs who rely on a heavy-duty, 36-inch commercial range will find the Pallerano insufficient, not just because of the size but also because the power, while decent for home use,